Welcome back to Cavalier Roundtable Philly Sports Edition. My name is Matt Rutherford. Alongside me is Sam Taddei, Jake Rader, and Ryan Chybinski. And guys, the Phillies, for the first time since 2011, back in the postseason. And not only are they in, they made it past the Cardinals, so now they're on to the NLDS. The next game tomorrow, Citizens Bank Park, series tied at 1. What's the atmosphere going to be like, Jake?
You know what, Matthew, thank you for having me on again. I appreciate it. I just want to say, I was 11 years old the last time the Phillies were in the playoffs. And going to baseball games with my dad, 2008 NLDS, I saw Shane Victorino grand slam off CC Sabathia. This team is an emotional connection in my heart. And let me tell you, that place is going to be rocking. We got Aaron Nola on the mound. And look, Rhys Hoskins, he's been awful. But he can't be this bad for so long. It's been like 5 games. Him and Schwarber are combined 1 for, I want to say it was 1 for 26, Schwarber and Hoskins, or it's some number like that. Anyway, them two combined have 1 hit. I'm predicting Rhys Hoskins, the guy last night who let us down, he's going to get out of that slump. Those are going to take a 2-1 series lead on Friday. And I'm going to be crying tears of joy as we go into the NLS like I did when I was 11 years old.
The pitching's been fantastic from the staff this October. I mean, you had questions coming into the playoffs if the pitching staff was going to be able to keep up, and they've been playing well so far. We need to hit the ball is what we need to do. We need to stop striking out. I mean, Gene Segura was swinging at balls in the dirt last night. We need to stop swinging at crap, and we need to hit the ball, put the ball in play. If we do, we can beat this Atlanta team. We proved it in Game 1.
100%. One thing about this Phillies team is that they're very inconsistent at the plate. First game, looking at the first game, 7-6. They were up the first 2 innings, 7-1. And we just went down after that. Can't hit the ball. I mean, looking back at yesterday's game, first couple of innings, both teams played great defense. Pitching was great, but the Braves out-hit us at the end of the day. And that play by Hoskins was a game changer. At a routine ground ball play that you have to make, he made the cardinal sin for infielders. You got a runner on second and third. You got to keep the ball in field. So, big mistake by Hoskins yesterday, but at the end of the day, we weren't hitting the ball. So the Phillies really have to start hitting the ball for tomorrow's game if we're going to keep up with the Braves.
So it's so funny you make that point because in the first game alone, we had more hits than the 2 games combined against the Cardinals in the wild card series. So I'm really concerned that first game was just an anomaly, and we really can't hit the ball. And on top of it, I'm not confident in our bullpen at all. Like, anyone feel the same? Like, our bullpen has been spotty.
I don't know. I have confidence in the bullpen. They played great in the second half of the season, so I think they can continue that. I do think the injury to Robertson is really going to hurt us down the line, especially, who you're going to have go late in the game. Like, Syndergaard, he's not a bullpen guy. Eflin, I mean, sure, he's been able to close out these games, but he's not a bullpen guy. These guys in the bullpen that we've been pitching, they're not bullpen guys.
Don't even get me started on Zach Eflin, by the way. He's so bad. And on top of it, we have guys like Connor Brogdon who can't find the plate for the life of me. It's horrible. But what I will say is, Syndergaard kind of pitched great last night.
Oh, yeah.
I was so surprised. He pitched, amazing.
Yeah, and the thing about Connor Brogdon, you bring him up, I don't understand why you throw him in a playoff game.
Yeah, and Bellotti threw 4 pitches in the last inning to get us out of the inning. The next inning, I love Philly Rob Thompson, don't get me wrong, but you bring in Brogdon after Bellotti has a 4-pitch inning. Why not leave Bellotti in? He threw 4 pitches.
I don't know. It really boggles my mind sometimes how we manage this bullpen. I feel like it's been an issue ever since the 2018, and that's kind of why they've went down and down and down. Just to play the bullpen.
I think it's been longer since 2018. I think it's been since
Agreed.
2011. I think it's been since the last time we're in the playoffs. It's always the pitching staff. It's the thing we talk about year after year that we need to improve in Philly is the bullpen. It's our starting pitchers. It's our bullpen. I mean, we go out and we get guys. We got Bryce Harper. We got Castellanos. We've got Schwarber. Obviously, we got them in this most recent offseason, but we've gotten guys in the past. It's always been the pitching that lets us down, and it's always September. That's our downfall. That is always our Achilles heel. And you saw it again this year. But luckily, they were able to eke their way into the playoffs. They showed us something against the Cardinals. The question is going to be, can they feed off the home crowd tomorrow night? Obviously, the bank's going to be full. It's going to be ridiculous for the first time since 2011. I think Xfinity Live across the street will play a role in it, too, because that place is going to be rocking. It's been rocking for the away games, too. And I think the Birds playing at home on Sunday night against Dallas as well is also going to play a role in how fired up this city is.
Yeah, it's actually interesting. These next 2 games are really important for the Phillies because they're both home at Citizens Bank Park. If we lose one of these games, then the tiebreaker is going to be down in Atlanta, which is going to be a little scary for the Phillies. But, offense needs to get up. We need to start hitting the ball, and we need to start making the plays in the field. If you look back at yesterday's game, Riley Austin had an amazing catch, over-the-shoulder catch, foul territory to end the inning with runners on base. Same things with Dansby Swanson. Had to over-shoulder the catch with, I think, a runner on second base. So, the Braves are making the plays right now. Their defense is there. Hoskins gave up a big play last night. So, it does come down to defense at the end of the day, too.
You want to talk about great catches? I mean, we got to highlight Castellanos' catch there out in the outfield to end the first game. I swear I thought he was going to drop that. Mm-hmm. I thought he took the wrong angle.
He's
and when
laying
he slid,
down like, how did I catch that?
When he slid, I thought it was going to bounce right in front of him and skip out for an inside-the-park home run, and we were going to lose that game after giving up that home run, too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's talk about a team that's been catching the ball, and you can't be catching the ball without the guy throwing the ball. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles, they're off to a red-hot start, 5-0. Like you said, it's Dallas week.
Prime time Dallas week,
and this city is going to be electric this weekend. Jalen Hurts has been playing at an MVP level.
Absolutely, Jalen Hurts has been playing at MVP level. And as I said last week, I had to resign my seat on the Jalen Hurts doubter bandwagon. I'm on the Jalen Hurts wagon now. I think he is a standout player for this team. I mean, you got to talk about the Slim Reaper playing outstanding last week. I mean, you got A.J. Brown as well, Dallas Goedert. I mean, this entire team is fired up, and you can see Nick Sirianni really, showing himself in his second year. He's figured out what it's like to coach in this city, and you can see him after the game interacting with the fans. This man gets it. This man's ready for the Philly time.
Sirianni last year, he talked about plant flowers, and now these flowers are starting to bloom. And because this team, Jalen Hurts, I saw a staff from Pro Football Hall of Fame actually tweeted out a picture of Jalen Hurts. I was like, well, that's kind of crazy. Through this point in a player's career, he has the most rushing touchdowns of any quarterback. Think about all the mobile quarterbacks that have played in the NFL. Like, we are witnessing something truly special here with Jalen Hurts. And on top of it, this is the best receiving core we've had in my entire life.
Yeah, I think it's really going to be a special season. And that is all the time we have for this week's edition on the Cavalier Sports Roundtable Philly Sports Edition. I'm Matt Rutherford, alongside Samantha Taddei, Jake Rader, and Ryan Chybinski. And from all of us here at House 67 Productions, have a great week, everybody.